It's your turn to pay today, isn't it? Come quickly and pay for everything, yeah? Well, no, my turn was yesterday, ma'am.
Trouble busters!
Who would have thought I would have a post in the PTA this year? Irene, darling, thanks for doing me this favor. Don't worry about it, dear. Your father-in-law's in the hospital. It must be hard for you. Allow me to treat you to some sushi sometime. What? You don't need to bother. If you don't let me thank you, I won't be satisfied. How about Tiger Cat Castle at 11 o'clock on Saturday? Isn't that the super high-end sushi restaurant? It's decided then. Ah, Miss Helen. Still dressing in such fashionable clothes, I see. Huh? Normally, once a woman becomes a mom, they'd switch to a softer style. That's right. I was wondering if we go to the sushi with you. What? What? Got some problems, eh? Haven't you anything to thank me for? This is bad. My name is Helen. This woman is Miss Marianne, a PTA board member. She served as a PTA board member for many years and is what you would call a boss mama. But for some reason, I seem to be the one within her sights. Maybe next time, ma'am.
Oh, Miss Helen, looking so stylish as always.
What? Chairman Jenner, sir, let's go. Shit. Hello, Helen Thompson. What are you doing? It's already late. Huh? It's your turn to pay today, isn't it? Come quickly and pay for everything, yeah? What are you talking about, ma'am? Today I called 20 people who usually take care of you, and you'd better come quickly and pay for everyone as thanks. 20 people? Of course, everyone's doing their best to support you, Helen, so it's normal to treat everyone with gratitude. Well, ma'am, no, I won't go. Yeah? I don't know what you mean, dear. You said you were going out for a treat, didn't you? Well, no, my turn was yesterday, ma'am. That can't be true, can it? Because I was listening carefully. It's true, that day I said Saturday, but Miss Irene told me of a previous engagement and we moved the dinner a day earlier. Earlier? Yes, and above all, on weekdays we can have a leisurely meal as adults. And also that same restaurant. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Huh? Well, no matter, you're obligated to pay anyways, so come quickly, eh? Ma'am, as I said, if you don't come soon, we'll eat and drink even more. If you don't come at all, we'll have to put it on credit. You shouldn't be able to do... It's always like this. Marianne always makes decisions based on her own convenience without listening to what others have to say. It's so persistent. She seriously intends to make me pay. Ever since I got involved with this bitch, I've always been nervous, and I'm starting to feel ashamed for myself for that. I can't keep feeling like this anymore. Hello, Helen Thompson speaking. I have something to discuss with you. She kept on doing things without my permission, and I reached the limit of my patience. Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate. Is he back already? Welcome home. You damn bitch, why didn't you come? You don't even answer my calls. What are you thinking? Huh? Give me my money back for today. No, I said I wasn't going to pay, didn't I? More to the point, what time do you think it is? Isn't it insane that someone would barge in at such a time without any notice?
Insane my ass, Mrs. Thompson. $300 for sushi is quite a lot of money.
That's right. We'll happily leave you be as long as we get our money back. I'll also forgive you for canceling so suddenly.
We won't go home today until you promise us a refund.
No. Hold on a moment. I don't know what it is you're expecting of me, but I haven't done anything insane. Whatsoever, sir. You invited us all to sushi to thank those who help you out. And then you didn't show up at the last minute telling us to pay the bill ourselves now, didn't you? No, I did not do that. As a matter of fact, I believe it's your wife that did their thing as always, and has little common sense.
What do you mean? Marianne, did you lie to me?
I'm not lying. Don't trust this bitch. After all, she's the kind of woman who would flirt with the PTA president, you know. All that comes out of her mouth is lies. Just because someone told her she looked nice made her get all cocky and shit. I wonder, could you get along too well with Chairman Jenner, Helen? That's not true, Miss Marianne. Doesn't look like you're very disciplined, which is a shame. Take it easy now. If anyone amongst the mothers has eyes for Chairman Jenner, it's you, Marianne. What? What do you think you're talking about? You know I wouldn't do that, right? I know everything, ma'am. You often send a DM to the chairman and invite him out to dinner, do you not?
Mrs. Thompson, slow down. If this is true, this will come to divorce.
Oh my word, are you seriously going to believe what she's saying? How long do you think we've been married, honey?
No, I don't believe her completely. But don't you think it's weird to claim something like this when there's nothing to prove it?
What? We're to the point, though, how would you know all that were true? If you claim that you aren't very close with Chairman Jenner, you wouldn't know that, eh? Just because you don't want to pay for tonight, you better not just blurt things out like that and walk away, eh? But I'm not walking away, ma'am. If you think so, show me the evidence. There is evidence, ma'am. What? Chairman Jenner is so young and handsome, and his president immediately gave him his stamp of approval. His wife is such a lucky woman because he's a true leader. I've seen his wife before, but she isn't that great of a woman in general. Wait, really? Maybe I should aim to become her replacement. I think you would really be able to do it, Miss Marianne.
What the hell is this?
No, honey, this isn't. There's more to come. What? My husband is so ordinary at everything, and it doesn't really stimulate me. His looks are ordinary, his height is ordinary, and his salary is ordinary. I used to treat him like he was just a personal ATM, but he'll retire after 15 more years, so he's nothing more than dead weight. You are also older than him, too. I was thinking of divorcing him after we received his severance pay. Should I seriously try seducing the chairman? You go, girl. As a woman of good stature, I can easily seduce a man like he. I should then get an instant divorce, huh?
Oh, my apologies, Princess, for making ordinary money. Not to mention, I'm one of the few people in my age group to receive great money. More importantly, though, seduce a chairman, you say?
This is just a simple joke. You also say something about wanting to be together with a younger woman at a drinking party or something, right? You say that a lot when you watch TV, too. It'd be great if I could date an actress like that. It's the same thing.
Really?
Really, I'm not thinking about actually doing it, so don't make such a scary face, hey?
But you were so excited to treat me like a personal ATM, and you were thinking of divorce after I got my severance pay. And you even went so far as to say you'd divorce me if things went well with Chairman.
No, that's... are we done here? Hell no, we're not. Why would you freaking record such a conversation? So sneaky. Sneaky? If you were talking that loudly, everyone could have heard you, ma'am. And it just happened to be recorded. Happened to be recorded, my ass! Could you please talk about this after you return home? It's just annoying for me if strangers talk about it in my house.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Excuse me, Mrs. Thompson.
I think you know who is lying exactly. Do I still have any obligation to pay?
Well...
Just frickin' change the subject, why don't you? If you won't pay, who will? We're all adults. We could all just pay for whatever we ate. That cannot happen. Listen, everyone came tonight because they thought you were going to pay for everyone, as it should damn well be. You don't often get to eat such high-quality sushi, so you are responsible for paying the money back. In the first place, I don't understand why you'd think I'd pay it all.
Excuse me. You invited everyone and suddenly canceled your own participation, correct?
In the first place, I never did invite Miss Marianne or anyone else, sir. The only person I did invite was a mother named Irene Hernandez. It doesn't matter if you believe me or not. She can vouch for that if you just ask her.
You said you were invited, Marianne. You said she'd invited you out and suddenly canceled and didn't pay anything.
Maybe I phrased things wrong. I do not understand. You don't understand, eh? That's my damn line. Huh? I noticed this. If I put up with it, you're causing trouble to a lot of other people. I don't understand. However, my father-in-law goes to rehab every day, you see, so it's hard for me to make time for such things as much as I want. Miss Irene knows this, which is why she helped me. Even though being the class parents president is very tough, she took my place without any complaint whatsoever. And this is why I decided to thank her specifically.
I see.
Also, if anyone recommends me to be the class parents president, it was probably you, Marianne. So what? You lied, saying that I wanted to take on the position. Why are you so hostile towards me and only me? Honestly, I really cannot understand why. I don't remember doing anything rash. There's just something about you. You always wear flashy makeup and dress up in strange clothes. I don't do any of that, ma'am. I don't like people who aren't disciplined and don't comprehend atmospheres, you see. I don't dress particularly flashy, nor am I concerned about how other men look at me. I've always had a rather flashy face, so I always try to keep my makeup very lightweight and minimal. If I make it any thinner than this, might as well not put on any at all. You're so good at making excuses. Just the other damn day, see? Chairman Jenner said you were looking nice, as always, and you look like you felt good about yourself. I was not looking like that. And the chairman is also... When I say someone looks flashy, they look frickin' flashy. Period. Go outside looking plainer, for Christ's sake.
Since she's still young, let her be a little flashy if she wants to. Seems to me like you're jealous.
Excuse me?
The point you want to make is that you just don't like young, attractive girls. Rubbish.
It's not what I mean. I'm talking about TPO and I wear what I wear with that in mind, always, ma'am. I used to work in the apparel industry, so I believe I have some common sense when it comes to public fashion. I don't care anymore. Just give me $6,000.
Huh? $6,000? You ate a $300 course tonight. How in the world do you calculate it to be $6,000?
The total amount for everyone, 20 people, is $6,000, honey. So you really expected me to treat you to that insane amount? I'm not a millionaire, ma'am. You always wear expensive-looking clothes, so you can afford that, right? Expensive-looking clothes. I only purchased them at a discounted price at the store where I used to work, Marianne. I don't care about that. Just give me the money. Even we can't even afford $6,000.
Wait a minute. Why do we have to pay $6,000 now?
No, it's just, listen. Everyone says that because I told everyone that Helen would treat us all to some high-quality sushi. I'm responsible for paying. If you order a sushi course that costs $300 with an intention of having someone else pay for it, and then ask everyone to pay for it, you'll lose face, ma'am. It's your fault for not telling me about changing the date in the first place, you know. I thought you would only be late, but you never showed up at all, and you answered your phone. Isn't that obvious? I refused to invite you and offered the next occasion instead. What the hell? I did not hear that! I said it properly, but more importantly, it's very strange that you tried to come even though it wasn't exactly decided yet. You cannot expect me to inform you about changing the date and time because I never planned to go with you. Since I didn't hear shit, it's the same as if you didn't say anything at all. Even so, wouldn't it be straight up ridiculous to invite 20 people to come without my permission? I only invited the people who take care of you every so often. I would do all the inviting myself, and while you claim they help me every so often, it's just a matter of taking care of each other, you understand? Wouldn't it be better if those who can do what they can do to cover for someone who can't, ad infinitum? You're seriously good at making excuses. When I tried to put it on your credit, they told me it wasn't possible, and it was so messy afterwards. Of course, I rarely go there anyway. Back to the topic at hand, I truly have no intention of paying for you and the others. So could you please just go home? My husband will be home soon as well. That's a problem for us.
What are you gonna do, eh? And by the way, how did you pay for tonight?
The people who had money at the time split the bill, and the remainder was covered by someone who went down to withdraw from the ATM.
The hell are you doing? This is ridiculous! I was completely convinced everyone had paid $300, and we came here to ask Mrs. Thompson to give us your share back. Ma'am, I'm truly sorry.
Oh, Mr. Turner, I'm glad you understand.
Helen, dear, I'm sorry, but can you get me some water? I drank a little too much tonight.
Chairman Turner? What are you doing here? Clifford, dear, welcome home.
Wait, is that you, Marianne? What are you doing here?
Welcome home? So that's the kind of relationship you guys have after all. From what I saw, it seems like her husband isn't at home, so she was secretly seeing him in the middle of the night. So if he ran into us, she'd be in trouble, and that's why she was trying to get rid of us quickly, eh? That's wrong. See, now you understand. You can't trust anything this woman says. What? Welcome back, honey. What's going on? My husband Frederick and Clifford are cousins, you see. Clifford can compliment me so nonchalantly because he often visits us like this.
Nonchalantly? Dear lady, I mean every word when I say nice things. But back to my question, why is Marianne here tonight with George?
Well, we talked about it today, see? The sushi restaurant fiasco? They're here because of that, it seems. Hey, did you go out of your way to talk to Chairman Jenner? We'd be in trouble if it was put on my credit after all. Clifford here is good friends with the manager of that store, you see. That's why I had Clifford call him and tell them to refuse credit tonight. What the hell? Why didn't you say so sooner? I tried to tell you that a good friend of Chairman Jenner owns that sushi restaurant, but you hung up on me, telling me to hurry up and get the hell over there. I also hear that Marianne is persistently contacting you, Clifford. Could you show me the contents of your wife's DMs, Mr. Turner?
No, ma'am. We will go home tonight and have a thorough discussion.
What the hell? In the first place, it's your fault because you're all about work and don't see me as a woman anymore, right? Don't make it seem like I'm the only one at fault, eh?
On the offensive now, are we? There's no way a husband can look at his wife as a woman if she treats him like her personal ATM. We're going.
Wait a minute. Helen, dear, please say something. Divorce will ruin me. Please help me.
What the hell was even that?
Not important. What happened afterwards was that Mr. Turner divorced Marianne. Word spread quickly through the grapevine, and she was subsequently removed from the PTA board. Seems like you had a bit of a tough time, Helen, honey. If I hadn't changed the date, you wouldn't have had to cope with that nightmare. Nonsense, Irene. Just thinking about how I might have actually been forced to pay if you hadn't moved the date. Oh, there's Miss Melanie. That's right. Since Marianne left, the interaction between all the parents has deepened very much. There were some people who apologized for what happened so far, and it looks like things will be much brighter from now on. Troublebusters.